Well, most of the time, even when you're getting that nice sheen, so when you create a sheen using the heat gun, the goal basically is so that way the paint doesn't saturate into the prop, as well as retaining its shape. And what happens is that if you don't do it, it takes a lot more layers of paint to go onto that foam, as it just keeps on soaking inside. So it kind of creates a nice sheen on the outside of the foam. And what's nice is that you don't actually need nearly, you can get that sheen before it starts to shrink. That's what's nice, is it doesn't require a lot. And oftentimes, most heat guns, lowest setting can do it, which is quite nice. It's a lot more safe.
The other thing I'll talk about that I did want to mention that is important too is the thickness of the foam that you're working with and everything. You know, depending on the piece, it'll just take like 10 seconds of heating if it's like a thin 2 millimeter piece and I just want to seal it and everything. If it's like 10 millimeter that's like thicker, it might be like a minute of heating it. You know, you can always heat it, shape it, and if it's not holding its shape, it doesn't look sealed enough, heat it again. You just want to obviously stop before you burn that piece, because you can't undo burning foam. You can't sand it off without taking like it's like a layer of skin, you know?
And with thicker pieces, it's also important, just so that way the foam behaves the way you want it to. Like say for a larger pauldron like this, you may want to actually heat treat both sides while you're bending, so that way you can manipulate the foam better. Thinner pieces, you can kind of get away with just one side, especially if you're using like some of the cheaper craft foams. But for bigger pieces, heck, I even actually recommend sometimes for people to actually find something to brace it. So you don't have to be holding this thing constantly. You can find a way to brace the piece into the shape you want using, say, tape, or maybe a pile of books on each side just to kind of push it in place.
For me, I go section by section, because you don't have to heat treat the whole thing either. You can heat treat like just this one half of it right here, and I can curve this down, and then when that's cool, I can heat this and do it, and then glue these two together. There's a dart here, and so this is one piece, but it's dart in half, and then I curve that together. Okay, any questions before next? You guys are doing so well.